Wait one second, me I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay, hello and welcome back to some Minecraft Brothers Golden Age, episode 882? I don't know. I really do not know. Dennis, do you know? Tell me your secrets, Dennis. Tell me. Do you know what episode it is? I know there's grass there. Yeah, it's very nice grass. I know there's a tree over there. Okay, it is a nice tree, come on. Yeah, it's... okay. Let's continue on. Oh, sorry about that, Dennis. Okay, so last episode we spent the whole episode trying to find Dennis, who went missing for a while. Turns out they were out front of the southeastern lush caves. The one area that I never checked while I was riding on top of Gary, our horse. And I do not know where Gary is now. Gary has kinda gone missing. So that's quite bad. We need to find Gary. Where is Gary anyway? Where did I leave Gary? You okay, Sailor Cow? You know what, I really need to finish off that throne of Sailor Cow. I really am thinking of, what do you call it? Something else here for Sailor Cow. I don't know if we should do like a temple or some sort. I really don't know. Maybe a junglified, temple, kind of Aztec style. Not too sure. But I know that I'm not using stone bricks for it, as that probably will not look too nice, I tell you. But in today's episode, we're going to be doing some work. Hello there, King. How you doing? Dennis. You've turned dark grey. You okay? You feeling well? You can tell me if something's wrong, my friend. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, let's continue on. That is telling me something. Okay. So, in today's episode, we're going to be working on... well, I was planning on working on the new build project. You coming, Dennis? The new build project that we got started on last episode. But I have decided, you know what? I want to go work on the train station a little bit. Yes, the train station that I, have not really touched too much. I tell you, I really want to do something with the walls around here. But I really just don't have any good ideas, I tell you. This area is just so old, I tell you, that I do want to, create more stuff here. But then it's like, do I really want to destroy all this, old stuff? But then I just can't think of anything good to replace the old stuff with. So it's kind of annoying that. And also, I am not using birch for this build project, I tell you. I have been thinking for ages, and I think I might just use stone bricks, I tell you. It'll probably be the grey of the project, and then you'll have the light grey. So I guess that could work perfectly well. Did I empty out Luggy? I forgot to empty out Luggy. You know what? Well, we'll just put Luggy back. I'll empty out Luggy in a few bits, I tell you. Well, I do not have too much stone on me now, but I do want to get some of this done today. Let's see. And then we might just go work on the other build project. You know what, we've probably got to get enough stone to finish all this because we're mining the stone that we're placing, I tell you. Ooh, iron. Can't turn down a good bit of iron, I tell you. Good bit of iron. Place some dirt around here. I tell you, I don't know why, but dirt has just gotten so expensive, I tell you. So expensive. Let's see. It's literally everywhere. It's just gotten so expensive because I do not go out and harvest it that much. You know what I wish, right? I wish there was an easier way of getting dirt. Like, I know in the newer updates have mud farms, I tell you, for getting a lot of mud. But there's really no good way of getting a lot of dirt. There's a good way of getting clay. You can get a lot of clay, I tell you. There's renewable clay now. But for, what do you call it? You know what, if you had to love Minecraft a way that you were not allowed to take resources that were not regenerable, it would be very hard to do anything in the game, I tell you. I guess if you wanted to go to the Nether, you would have to... Yeah, you know what? It's not too hard, I tell you. Not too hard. Because most of the resources you can just trade for. Or you could steal from villages, you know, the obsidian. So it's not too hard, I tell you. It's not too hard. The lava would probably be the hardest part, I tell you. I think that would probably be the hardest part, lava. Let's see. But now I'm thinking about it. How are you even supposed to get to the Nether? Because you have to get flint. And flint is very hard to get. I guess you could get a creeper to blow it up. Technically, you're not mining it. Though it is kind of breaking the rules, Dennis. I know I just mined it, but it's not your little cubby hole. You have to stop doing that, I tell you, Dennis. There we go. Come on, Dennis. Dennis. Dennis? Okay. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Tell you, I really do want this area to look nice, I tell you. Forgot about putting the spruce up there, did I? Let's see. Let me see if I can fix that issue. Now, I do actually have some spruce on me, but it's just not as much as I would want, I tell you. But then it's just putting in the side stuff to now, so it's not really that, you know, big, I tell you. What I really need to do is actually find my, Dennis, you okay? I forgot all about that even existing up there. Above us is the ocean. Oh, you scared the life out of me. I thought you'd went up one of the streams by accident. I knew you had it, but you know, the thought went to me like, did he go up the stream while I was not looking? And then it was only for a split second, so it really, you know, freaked me out there. Kevin? No, Dennis. You know what? Dennis, you gonna need a lover, I tell you. Or if you're, you know, ace, you don't really need a lover. Let's see. But if you want a lover, we have plenty of options, I tell you. I tell you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more brown terracotta than I thought I would need for this build project. Going to need quite a lot. I'll keep that in mind to pick up some brown terracotta as soon as possible, I tell you. I should also really put those 2 blocks in there, I tell you. You know what? I might as well head off and do something this episode as well. I was gonna go and do the build project after this new build project. But it has came to my attention that I could also head to Santa's workshop and get started on building that, as we only have, you know, 22 days. Yeah, 22 days. So we better get started on that, I tell you. I have a bunch of, you know, Santa workshop pictures saved to take some inspiration from, I tell you. There we go. And go like that. You know what I've always wondered, I tell you? I've always wanted, I cannot speak. I've always wondered, right, what a challenge version of the series would be like, I tell you. Because I've always thought about this challenge thing. Let's see. I would set some challenges of all different types, I tell you. But one of the challenges that I thought about was, if I could survive a certain amount of days in Minecraft Junk Paradise Golden Age with the Herobrine mod. Like, I don't have to do any of the build projects or anything like that, tell you. Though I fear my animals being hurt. That would probably be my worst fear, I tell you. My animals being hurt. But I guess I could just back up save before it today. But I thought it would be a cool idea. Can, you know, Hairbrain take out me? That would be quite a cool challenge, I tell you. Quite a cool challenge indeed. So what do you think about that challenge idea, I tell you? I don't think I would be doing any build projects in that time, I tell you, of the challenge. But it would be quite cool to, you know, see if I can survive, I tell you. I have all this stuff around me. I should be able to survive, I tell you. It would be quite stupid if I did not. I guess there would be steps here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need another set of steps. But I do like the idea of doing challenges in Minecraft during Paradise Golden Age, I tell you. It would be a fun change, I tell you. Instead of kind of being OP, I'm not really OP in the series, I tell you. You may think, like, you know, having that full bar of armor is like the best thing ever. No, it's not. Polar bears, they rip from armor like, you know, there is no armor. Whoa. How many polar bears have I had to combat, I tell you. It's weird to think, you know, there might be a polar bear, you know, revolution against me soon. In the, what do you call it, snow biome. I know they pesky snow bears, you know, they have it out for me. For all the times that I've... Well, they've actually just like, aggroed on me, so... They're the aggressors, I tell you. Yeah, that would be in the right line. Oops, almost made the wrong thing there. Yeah, it doesn't go too far yet, this build project, I tell you. But I will make it go to this bit of the island downwards. And then I want to connect up with this build project. Well, not build project yet. It's not a build project yet. You can see a lot of damage to the houses, I tell you. I'm quite surprised that, you know, this village lasted quite a long time. Well, this village was always so close to my house, but it is one of the last villages that I discovered in my general area of, you know, where I normally live, I tell you. Let's see. You know what, I would love to just, you know, fix all the corners, I tell you, of this map. Because it's always just annoyed me. But then that would just... gigabytes, I tell you. Gigabytes. On gigabytes. Terabyte, probably. My world is like 2 gigabytes now, I tell you. And it is such a pain in the butt trying to, you know... make backups, I tell you. Let's see. Because all the backups I have, you know, most of them are gigabytes. And it's so hard to do so. I've started, you know, with one USB to start backing up worlds on a USB, so I don't have to rely on it always being on my computer, I tell you. But it is quite difficult, you know, to wait how long it takes, you know, for that, I tell you. Like, you have to wait, like, ages just for, probably 1 to 400, maybe? It's like, you know, 7 hours. Somewhere around that. Quite a long time, I tell you. Quite a long time. There's a creeper at the end of this hole. Watch out, Dennis. I don't trust that creeper. It knows I'm here. Oh, you want to mess with me on my turf, eh? Take that. Get out of here. I will take your gunpowder. I do appreciate the gunpowder. But I will set up a torch just in case. Yeah, this area is not too lit down here. I will probably put lights on the other side. But that's just in the future, I tell you. That will just be in the future. Once we get in new walls and all that for this area. I do quite enjoy this, you know, railway. It's not supposed to be like, you know, 5-star, like, hotel. It's just meant to be something that, you know, you can transport yourself from, you know, one location to the other. But still looks nice, I tell you. Let's see. I was thinking about putting stuff like a museum kind of stuff down here. So when you're riding the roller coaster you can see some history and all that. But then that would just take so much work, I tell you. So much work. The reason being is I would have to mine out so much just for that to work. Oops. Didn't mean to do that there. Sorry, I've gotten distracted. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know what? I think that's quite nice. Yeah, we're not too far, I tell you. This tunnel will go quite long. Just keep going forward, I tell you. But my main problem is the direction that's going, it's so close to the water, I tell you. When it gets to the deep parts over here, I will have to probably go deeper underground just for it to, you know, not get flooded by these deep caverns under the ocean that you can barely see when you're actually playing. That is very cool terrain there. Very cool terrain. You know what, I've always loved the terrain around here, I tell you. My favourite part is, you can see in the very early episodes, but this looking like a turtle. Either that, it looks like a person and that's a hand there. That's the big cloak. Either that, if you look at it a bit more stranger, you can see Godzilla. There's a, you know, the Godzilla tail. There's a mouth, there's the spikes on the back. There's an arm, there's a leg. It is very funny, I tell you. It is very funny. I love, you know, the terrain of Minecraft, how weird it can get, I tell you. And how much sand is on these coastlines, I tell you. I do wonder. I do wonder. I was, back in the day, I planned to, what do you call it? Mine a lot of the sand from the coastlines to, because I didn't really know where a desert was, you know, right away. Oh yeah, I was thinking back, I tell you. I really want to go on a journey. Not, you know, like a Wildlands journey where we start off, you know, with nothing. But I want to go on a journey where I will search for something. And the thing that I want to search for is ancient relics of the older days. Like, a lot of them are still in my house somewhere. Like, you know, something in here might be very old Bone Lord chestplate. That is an armor set that I've never finished though. I'll just take that. Just shove that in there. But there's so many, you know, different stuff, I tell you. So many different stuff. I do apologise for that. I started coughing there. Like, a lot of the sand, you think, you know, where that's from? It's from up there. As that's from, you know, me needing sand at some point. But I thought, you know, we might go on a little bit of a search, I tell you. The thing that I've always wanted to try and think of is, what did I use my wooden pickaxe for? My original wooden pickaxe. I'm pretty sure I used it until it broke, but I made a second one, and I think I dumped it in the, what do you call it, desert biome a long time ago, and I never remembered what happened to it. Like, a lot of these, what do you call it, stone axes and pickaxes that you see, they belong to my son, who died. He just dropped out of his, you know, dead body. It's one of the main reasons why I could never revive him, I tell you. Raw beef. You know what, I better cook that up, shouldn't I? Should really cook that up. Sorry, Dennis, this is not for you. There we go. I forgot you could, you know, use it for other stuff. I really like that addition of the chairs being under the table. It's a nice touch, I tell you. Nice touch. Dennis! I realized where I was in my house. He's on a chair. He's stuck on a chair. Really? Dennis, come on. You wait there, Dennis. Sit. Good, Dennis. Hate when this happens, I tell you. It's just annoying, you know, problem with these chairs. But it's quite funny, you know, your dog going on like, you know, one of these ginormous chairs. Oh, that'd be good for the busty party, I tell you. That'll be coming up in a few months, I tell you. After December. My busty party. Okay. So, what I wanted to search for was just a random pickaxe somewhere. I really don't know what one would be my original, though. Like, if you see like a very old tool, it probably has a lot of, you know, history to it. Especially in here. Pick and Friend 2. Forgot about you, Pick and Friend 2. Ace of Spades 2. Ace of Spades is currently in here. That was my second one that I made, and I never really did anything with it, did I? That's a very old wooden shovel, I tell you. Oh well, that's a very old pickaxe there. You know what, I'm just looking at a lot of this stuff. This here is, I think, my original iron armor. And Dennis, you wait here. And the reason that I can check that out is because I think I swapped my original iron armor to the armor stand up here, but then I'm not too sure. The reason why I was so battered is because after a Nether incident, I lost the chest plate of this. This is a fresh one. That one in the chest over there is my original iron armor. Now remember, it's my original iron armor because I lost the chest plate in the Nether. I fell to my death in the Nether. I was so angry about that one, I tell you. Let's see, I really need to put the trapdoors back there, I tell you. Oh, there's the trapdoors. There we go. Don't know where these other trapdoors go, but they go somewhere. Yeah, okay. But stuff like that, I tell you, is very historical, so that's why I set out in this little bit here. Don't know why I have a full diamond shovel and never enchanted it or used it. Iron, well, gold boots, leather boots? I really don't know when I got these leather boots, I tell you. They're obviously at very low HP, so they're either a drop. They're either a drop from a mob or used by me. How low? Sorry, I'm just searching up there. I don't know. I really don't know. I just can't find anything on you know, when a mob drops a bit of armor. Durability. I really don't know if I got this from a mob or something. It might be a mob. Not too sure. You're wondering what this is, it's that backpack, but from another time. As all of my stuff was evaporated by a wizard, I tell you. And I had to respawn all of the stuff in, so I did have to cheat. But that is because it was very early on in the series and I would have never recovered. But I always, as a tradition now, I always burn diamonds to make sure I pay back for that you know, deal from a long time ago that I made with yous. We'll see. Some of yous watching now probably don't even remember that. Or, you know, was never there for it. But it has become tradition to burn diamond blocks. Just in case it spreads the fire somewhere. Let's see. And that's the pay, you know, due for respawning all of my stuff in. It wasn't really that much if I think back to it. Like you can see from this, you know, stuff here, it really was not that much. I tell you, I've way overpriced, you know, my diamond pickaxe. Portal gun probably worth a diamond block. But you know, all of that I tell you. This is a very old book, I tell you. This was me marking out what I was going to do. 2 stacks of iron, mine the dirt off the roof to make a farm, get a stack of sand, completed animal farm. I think I went back and, you know, wrote completed there. Find a mob spawner. I did that. It was just outside my house over that way. Get a mushroom cow. I did so. But Antenna died on the journey, so we lost Antenna. Build a graveyard. We did so. Get diamonds and full set of diamond tools and armor. I never actually did that before we died to the wizard. I'm pretty sure. We never got that. Let's see. 3 stacks of iron for an oven and fridge. 2 stacks of coal also. And go to desert and get 20 to 25 ender pearls. That was for the end fight, I'm pretty sure. But all of this backpack is basically untouched. I don't touch it at all. Apart from like one time that I needed a cobbled bit out of it. Let's see. But stuff like that, I tell you, is very old. Let's see. Like when I've, you know, had to cheat in this game, it's for a reason, I tell you. But I've definitely way over, you know, paid for it. I tell you, I even pay like 5 more diamonds. We're definitely going to have to go mining for diamonds, I tell you. A lot of these diamonds that I mined, you know, were from way back. Let's see. I'm about to put my slunted steel in there. But I tell you, there's so much history, I tell you. So much history. Let's see. But whenever ever, you know, spawned in something, it's mostly I cannot get it, or it's a bug. And one of the worst things that I've ever had go wrong was the crossbow from Reforged. As it's said to have a lot of durability. When you look at it, it has a lot of durability. But when actually used, its durability goes faster than a real life, you know, crossbow, I tell you. And that was so annoying that I broke it, and I had, I bet just somewhere. Oh, sorry about that. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it, didn't I? It was in here. But I burnt some crossbow bolts. And that was from the original Ender Dragon fight that I used the crossbow. And I at least got like 5-10 shots, I tell you. Barely enough to even scratch it because it was still healing at the time. And the thing just went plop into dust. It was like the worst Ender Dragon fight I've ever had because of that one issue. So I asked if I could spawn in a bowl and use a greed, and that's what we did, I tell you. But that was a long time ago, I tell you. Let's see. I remember even paying after the Ender Dragon fight, you know, all the stuff that I said I was gonna get rid of. That being gold blocks and emerald blocks. Very expensive emerald blocks, because emeralds are probably one of the rarest items in my world now. I have not really found any emerald ore, but emerald blocks I can find in temples that are scattered around my world. There's only a few that are very untouched, and that's more in the southern region. But I keep them for historical stuff, I tell you. And that is the only way to ever get emerald blocks, unless you're trading with a fossil and archaeology trader. And that is very hard to do so, because they have the worst trading time, I tell you. Let's see. Now back to that thing about looking for historical stuff, I tell you. Maybe that is from the Ender Dragon fight, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I don't really know what happened to my bow from the Ender Dragon fight, I tell you. But I'd get a stack of arrow and all that to fight the Ender Dragon. I tell you, I even had a musket, I tell you, that also broke. Wait, was that the one that I used at the Ender Dragon fight? I'm not too sure. Basically everything with the Ender Dragon fight went, you know, terribly wrong. Do I have anything to put in here? No. Oh, there's my old bow, I tell you. I'm breaking free, mending, power 5, punch 2, slame. That was the one that I used before, but I never actually got it to full durability though. There's my old cylinder steel. There's my elytra that I never really use that often. Should really, you know, take it on a journey, I tell you. Orified diamond pickaxe does terrible damage compared to its actual other self. Does 2 more damage than, you know, this one. Well, this one does 2 less. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. Sorry about getting all this, you know, old, you know, nostalgia memories, I tell you. That I'm just talking about, you know, events that happened so long ago now. Like, we're almost at 900 episodes, I'm talking about events that happened in the 30s. So long ago, I tell you. I tell you, when I lost Season 4 and Redwood, I did contemplate, you know, ending the series, you know, all Jungle Paradises and starting a whole new thing. But, you know, we've came this far, I tell you. We've came this far. I did, you know, stop at 113 due to being very burnt out, I would say. I guess that's what it would have been. I was burnt out. The reason why I was burnt out is because I'd done all these build projects, but I really wanted more communication with you and other stuff, I tell you. And, you know, I just felt burnt out after that. I remember talking about it over at the well, not Ender Dragon fight. Over there at the windmill, that's what I meant to say. The old windmill, not the new windmill that we built a little while ago. But remember that. Let's see. I would say good times, but yeah. It was a quite burnt out period, I tell you. And then I started a new Jungle Paradise. And that Jungle Paradise would give me more of building, I tell you. Like, look what we've created, I tell you. It doesn't seem like much, but, you know, a lot of this is, you know, just kept here for historical stuff, I tell you. But when you delve more deeper into the caves down below, I tell you. A lot of the caves that you actually see down in the Lush Caves were previously caves, or I had to mine them out. Let's see. But stuff like that, you know, that makes it, you know, historical, I tell you. Sorry, I'm just getting nostalgic, I tell you. But I do wonder, you know, if I had ended this series, you know, after Season 4 or Redwood ended. You know what? Me dying to that wizard would have probably been, you know, my breaking point, I tell you. Because it was that bad. Actually, that wizard fight, I tell you. It was so bad that I actually risked losing my world Let's see. Because it was that destructive, I could not pierce, I could not do anything to the enemy. That being the wizard. That, I had to, slay it in God mode, I tell you. But, we never really used that nether, star, and I paid many times over for that when I, when I fought my other wizards, I tell you. That ended, well not ended, they ended dragon fights and, wizard fight that I originally had over there. They were much more tougher, I tell you. Like, I had to fight 15 wizards, I tell you, recently. Well, not really recently, it was 300s, 400s. That was just like the worst fighting I've ever had with wizards. But here's that wizard star. It was such a bad, wizard fight that I lost my good friend Daryl. We met the same episode, actually. Halfway through the episode 14. I miss you, Daryl. But don't worry, we have reincarnation Daryl. Let's see. His name is currently Lionel, I think. I think that's his name. Now, not forever his name's gotta be Lionel, but I still call him Daryl. He just lives in here. I haven't really, been on any adventure with Daryl's in quite a long time. I guess it's time, I tell you. I guess it's time. You know what, we've been through all of these building phases, I tell you. Creating different stuff around here. We've not really been on many adventures like we used to, I tell you. Like every episode, sometimes I would just get sidetracked and ended up on this, weird adventure, I tell you. And I do miss those times. Just taking like an NPC or something, just doing my own adventure, and I tell you. Good times, I tell you. I used to do that in Season 4 of Jungle Paradise, and... Oh, there you are, Gary. And all that. And also, do I have anyone to add to the commenter garden? Let me double check, I tell you. It's always good to double check. I tell you, I always double check just because I always sometimes forget to add people to the commenter garden. Yeah, I think we're all caught up, I tell you. We're all caught up. Last person that we added was the Ender and Garuviz. I think that's what I think that's how you say their name. We've got Sitmin Chow. They're a good streamer, I tell you. I would recommend going and seeing their channel. They do a lot of Skyrim modded streams. I do wonder where No Vanity is, I tell you. Hopefully No Vanity is, doing quite well. It's been a little while since I checked on them. They have a comment from a while ago, and I comment every once in a while, just checking on them. When you have a series that has went on for a long time, you remember, commenters that used to just pop in constantly. Let's see. I have many good memories from different commenters. My original commenter ever on my channel was actually, what's their name again? Call me Splashtail Fish? Ruby? Call me Ruby Splashtail. That's it. Call me Ruby Splashtail. And later I would actually find out that they have a lot of good music on their channel, I tell you. Non-copyrighted, but you'd still have to credit them. But they have a lot of good jamming music on their channel. There we go. Sorry, I'm just making a bunch of melons. I don't really know what I'm going to use all of these melons for, I tell you. I don't really have a use for a ton of melons. Also, frog wall for life. I really do like the flowers. It's, textures. Like when I look at old builds around my world, I tell you, it makes me nostalgic, I tell you, for all the stuff that we've created in the series. And we still have a long way to go, I tell you. I have this green book in front of me, I tell you. and it's the original, you know, well, it's not the original. It's one of the original books that I started with, but it's, you know, I guess it would be the original. Yeah, it would be the original book. And the reason why it's the original book is because it's the one that I drew a lot of the designs of what, you know, would be built in Jungle Paradise, I tell you. From a World War I Ypres church that was destroyed and then rebuilt. I always thought, you know, if it was never rebuilt, I might as well, you know, build it in Minecraft just in case, you know, it was never rebuilt. I'll see. Because a lot of stuff, you know, from World War I, you know, was destroyed. Like, look at World War II, so many historical stuff was, you know, absolutely destroyed, I tell you. Stuff like that, I tell you. I'll see. Sorry if I'm just going off on different tracks, I tell you, while I'm just talking about random stuff. Ah. Not bad, I tell you. Come on, Gary. But you know what, I do quite enjoy how far Jungle Paradise has come, I tell you. We've built all of this, I tell you. A lot of it, you can actually still see the original, you know, blueprint of what, you know, I was building a long time ago. Like, I used to talk about all these random ideas, I tell you, and never really use them. But I always loved, you know, coming up with the ideas and then putting them into action. Like this tunnel I need to finish, I tell you. I actually went and reworked it and made it a lot more nicer, I tell you. Like, you know, you're not bumping your head now, I tell you. And that is something nice, I tell you. Sorry, Gary. Are you all here? We got Bogus, we got Ice, Brian, Marsh. I guess it is really just that other green one that I'm missing, I tell you. It took me forever when I originally got my wyverns, I tell you. I did most of it off camera due to how long it was taking. It was a jungle wyvern. Swamp wyvern is Bogus. Savannah? I don't really think I got a Savannah one. Sand, mother. I got the mother. Undead, light. I got the light, that's Marsh. Mountain. There really is a lot that I've not gotten, I tell you. We really need to get invested in, you know, getting some more wyverns. So I would really love to create more stuff around, you know, my base, I tell you. But the main thing that I've always, you know, stuck by, and that is preserve the jungle around me. And that is, you know, what we've tried to do a lot. So I did, you know, dig this entire pit over here and then fill it with water. It is more just for me to connect up with the ocean, I tell you. I do quite enjoy that, you know, river, I tell you. Well, not a river, it's more like, you know, a lake. A lake that pours into the river. You know what, I totally lost track of where I was in that conversation, I tell you. Preserving the jungle. It was always one of my main goals to preserve the jungle, even though, you know, I dug that and did that and built that. I always tried to, you know, preserve it as best as I could. Quite nice. I do wonder if there's any secrets left by me from a long time ago, Terry. I say that because there's a lot that's forgotten. Reefa the fisherman. I totally forgot about you, Reefa. The thing is, I'm not too sure if they actually died or not. Because I had a glitch where they might have died, or they disappeared permanently. But I was still married to them, and it was very annoying, I tell you. So I had to, what do you call it, divorce them, and it took forever, I tell you. Joy the Bluebird. Joy the Bluebird. Here lies 2 parrots. I did not write 2 properly. I think I had, you know, limited room. 1 died to lightning, and 2nd to fire. Yes, it was supposed to be 2. And then over here we have Yip the fox. I tell you, once I get that graveyard built all the way over there, all of these graves, apart from Daryl, will be moved, I tell you. I'm actually thinking about refurbishing that area there to make it more nicer, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're definitely going to do that idea then. I think that'd be a nice idea. But, taking this area and maybe, you know, mishmashing it with the new area that we're going to be building here. The thing is, I really want to fix this area of all of its, you know, problems, I tell you. And I've always thought about a little area that went down right here around Daryl's grave, I tell you. Like, here be some stairs down to his grave, you know, here be the, you know, grave. But that one bit of wheat, I tell you, will not be harvested. Why? That one bit of wheat I planted so long ago, and I said that when I mined that, it would be the end of the series. And that won't be for a long time, I tell you. So I will have to work around it, so if I accidentally break it, it's not my fault. You got that okay? Okay. But I've been on this nostalgia trip too long, I tell you. I've kinda, you know, talked your ear off a bit too much. And then a new sun rises, I tell you. With the moon going down. Wait, that's not moon. That's a space station. It's a Death Star. I can't remember how the scene goes. That's the best that you can get, I tell you. A lot of mushrooms under there. I tell you. Oh, I wanted to go back there for a second. You know how we've done so many remasters of different areas of my world? When we do that, I really want to do something with, I'm thinking about this area, but then I'm not too sure. Because I kind of like this area just the way it is, and the reason why that being is, it was originally built to keep mobs out. That's why if you look around at different stuff around here, you can see that it was built at a certain height that mobs could not get in unless they were flying. And that was my main idea, was to anything flying is, you know, able to get in, but, you know, mobs that are on the ground cannot. So like skeletons and all that. And that is the idea that I went with, you know, going forward that area. It's weird to think how much, you know, that idea has changed now. I don't really use that idea no more. I love the blueness coming from the trees, yeah. Okay. Well, Gary, you can stay here for now. I might use you to get around the base a little bit faster, I tell you. But I do think that's where we're going to end this off. I do apologise for going on a nostalgia trip for too long, I tell you. But have a nice day, safe, hope the subtle, maybe some issues, make the vitamins very important. And bye bye, see you next time, have a nice day, bye bye.